Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in to my super chat. Thank you. We have a lot to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, everything that I've been saying that we've been talking about for a very long time, it's all basically coming out. We are seeing that they did not not only verify a compilation of nonsense, but they just simply didn't care. They investigated President Trump on information that was purchased, literally purchased from Clinton and the DNC. Now, it's pretty unbelievable how media doesn't see that as a problem. It's pretty unbelievable how media just does not see that as a huge, huge problem. It's just like, not only is it a huge problem, but the conflict of interest is pretty apparent. It's pretty obvious there's a conflict of interest. And Luke St. Martin, thank you very much for just being an amazing moderator. Eric H526, thank you as always for your friendship and being an amazing moderator. And it's like, AC Yor, hello. Hope all is well. Thank you for being a great moderator. It's pretty unbelievable. Now we're finding out, if you check out my last segment states what we've all known, that they utilized the Steele dossier prior to investigating it. They utilized the Steele dossier prior to investigating it. And now, according to Joe DeGeneva, 3 of the 4 FISA applications, 3 of the 4 FISA applications were obtained in an unlawful manner. Now, what does that tell you? That tells you that the beginning of the probe didn't only start from an act that was a criminal endeavor, the leaking of classified memos. Chuck Grassley, the beginning of the Mueller probe, I should say, started with James Comey leaking his memos, which we have no clue if they're accurate at all. Leaking his memos. 4 of the 7 memos are classified. That's, of course, illegal. But even before that, it is against the law to deceive FISA judges. You cannot do that. You cannot deceive FISA judges. It is against the law. They did that. That's exactly what they did. So you have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where they are utilizing documents that are not only paid for by Trump's political opponents simply to harm Trump. They are utilizing documents and then deceiving the courts, not giving the courts all the information, not giving judges all the information regarding whether or not this information is verified. And by the way, I read that they had to actually either confirm or swear under oath that the information was verified, that it's legitimate. There, and Congressman Devin Nunes the other day said James Comey's in big trouble. So it's pretty interesting when you look at what took place, the origins of all of this. Pretty easy to kind of figure out. They simply wanted to undermine Trump, and they wanted to make sure they had an insurance policy, which is exactly what took place. They wanted an insurance policy. They got an insurance policy. It was 2 years of media nonsense. And I will read you DOJ Inspector General found Carter Page FISA extensions were illegally obtained Geneva. So in the case, it's game over, and people are going either to jail or to flip and sing. People are either going to jail or to flip and sing. And you have Rosenstein, I think, pretty much saved himself by being an important figure regarding the release of the Mueller report. So Rosenstein was very lucky. He tried to utilize the Steele dossier. And then when people say, like, well, guess who sanctioned the IG report? Who signed off on that? It's like, don't if Sessions had everything, like, if he had his way, he wouldn't have signed off on it. Sessions recused himself and was an active opponent of President Trump. And just because something good happened under his watch, big deal, like everything bad happened. The Mueller probe actually started because he recused himself, but Rosenstein started the Mueller probe because Jeff Sessions couldn't. So Rosenstein's definitely flipped because he realizes he was in on an attempt to remove a candidate that happened to win the presidency. That's dangerous. That is very dangerous. It's very, very, very dangerous. And let's just continue with this. So, the Justice Department Inspector General has determined the 3 Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act warrants extensions against one-time Trump campaign aide Carter Page were illegally obtained. Carter Page must, I think he's probably suing the government. I believe he is, but he has to engage in numerous lawsuits because this is what happened to him, and mainly what happened to Papadopoulos and also to General Michael Flynn should never happen to any American. That is frightening. That is absolutely frightening. It is frightening how they utilized the government as an extension of a political party. And you can't, and like media doesn't see it that way. Because it behooves media to simply like foment the same ridiculous theories that the Democrats want out there. Trump worked with Russia. Really? How so? Because of Facebook ads? How? And then you have like a lot of good people who actually believe this nonsense. It's like, oh my God. They don't even have any guarantees or warranties or anything regarding their claims. So it's pretty unbelievable. In an investigation that began last year, Inspector General Michael Horowitz is examining the Justice Department's and FBI compliance with legal requirements. I love it. It's just so slow. It's like slow as molasses. It is slow as molasses. Josh, we just don't know. We just don't know. Goodness gracious, we just don't know. We just don't know if they committed any crimes. We don't know if they committed any crimes. You know, we have to look into it. Let's continue this. So the Inspector General inquiry is expected to be completed either late May or June. And Geneva, former U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia, said Democrats on Capitol Hill are working overtime to investigate and discredit President Trump, which is true. That's what they are. Mr. Action. Certain things I can't say. CrowdStrike was co-founded by. Thank you. Yep. And thank you. And I think that's interesting, but also the main thing is You have a third-party tech firm. It could be co-founded by anyone. It could be any name. But if a tech firm is paid for by the Democratic Party or Republican parties, they should not be utilized as proof that they shouldn't be. It can't be utilized. Thank you so much. They can't be utilized as proof that the United States government was either hacked or like a foreign intelligence service. Like, think of it. Think of how absurd all of it is. A sophisticated campaign. No, not true. Not true at all. There's nothing sophisticated. Nothing sophisticated at all. Nothing sophisticated at all. In fact, there's really nothing sophisticated about Facebook ads. They're pretty. Not only are they irrelevant to everyone's life, but it's like the whole notion that Russia would inform the country that Bernie Sanders was cheated. And that's actually how they hacked the election. That's bizarre. That's very bizarre. Like, why would anyone believe that? And then if you read the Steele dossier, why would anyone believe the nonsense there? And it wasn't even verified, and it was used against their political opponents. Used against their political opponents. Thank you, Action. Thank you. Madam Cyberhack is running in 2020. Chris H. Yes. Madam Cyberhack is running. Oh, I should say Madam Secretary. Oh, esteemed State Department. Esteemed Secretary of State. She still utilizes that as part of her elevator speech. I was the Secretary of State, you know. Really? What did you achieve? Well, we did destroy the country of Libya, and I siphoned top secret intel on servers outside the U.S. Wow, you're really great. You're a fantastic Secretary of State. The Geneva appointed memos obtained by the conservative group. So Horowitz, apparently as a result of those disclosures, which he was unaware of, the Bureau hid the memos from Horowitz, and as a result, they were doing additional work on the first FISA. It may be that all four FISAs were obtained in an illegal manner. Wow. Omar Pena! You still seem surprised at this lunacy. You know, I am every day. Omar, it's kind of what keeps me going. It's kind of what keeps me motivated. I'm like, what? Every day is Groundhog. It's like every day is Groundhog's Day except for me, where I'm like, no, what? No. Oh my God. What? No. This can't happen. Omar Pena! Senate and House investigators told The Hill they too were unaware of the documents which were given to and redacted by the FBI, and one member of Congress referred to the memos, the Justice Department Inspector General, quote, they tried to hide a lot of documents from us during our investigation, and it usually turns out there's a reason for it. House Intelligence Committee ranking member, Congressman, an amazing hero, Congressman Devin Nunes. Really an amazing hero. In a rebuttal to the House GOP memo, Democrats said the Justice Department and FBI, quote, met the rigor, transparency, and evidentiary basis needed to meet FISA's probable cause requirement. Yeah, right. Muffiels! Muffiels, thank you. The most hilarious thing is that they are already planting the seeds of doubt. Yes. I can't stand it. Muffiels. About the meddling again. So this is the new republic. Then a republic more like it. Every election is going to have this. No, I mean, well, you know what's going to take place. Mafils, thank you so very much. Thank you. for your generosity. Thank you. What's going to take place is after Clinton loses again, because she's running again, and everyone be here for the live stream, the uploads that day when Madam Secretary, it's going to be before November, when she says, why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? It's going to be fantastic. She did not purchase the Steele dossier just so she could work as a staffer for the Biden campaign. She is running. Feels it's pretty much going to be this way until they realize that until the Democrats realize they've been played by both Madam Cyberhack and Bubba Bill. I just want to thank you so much. I want to thank you so much for believing in me, everyone. You've been so wonderful to me. And all I can tell you is keep on voting for Madam Cyberhack. Yay. Madam Cyberhack 2020, what's up? By the way, I want to thank everyone here. The ceiling, thank you for being here for so long. And there is a viewer, EHJ, wrote, still here. I remember when 15,000 and the big mic. Thank you so very much, EHJ, for being here for so long. I'm looking at my phone right here. And just see the ceiling out here. So the ceiling, thank you. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. I mean, when it all goes down, Armed American Patriot, all good. Thank you for watching, as always. Thank you to everybody for watching. And Mafeels, thank you. It feels great to know that, the channel has been growing. We're over 141,000, ladies. Or actually, yeah, we're almost at 100 and we're on our way to 142,000. And it's a great feeling knowing that, I mean, everything that we've been talking about is taking place. And the media does not skip a beat. They have no shame in their game. They have no shame in their game. They don't care. See, I grew up where I love sports. I love sports. I love football, baseball, basketball. I love sports, boxing. Ramla Farah, hello. I love all types of sports. And the beautiful thing about competition in sports is that you have a winner and a loser. And when the clock runs out, or, when it's the, outs have run out in the bottom of the ninth inning, the game is over. There's nothing more that you can't say, oh, well, the Russians, the referee was Putin. You can't say that. You can't say the referee was Putin. You have a winner and a loser, and that's it. You have a winner and a loser, and you have to live with why you lost and why you won. But with Democrats, it's the Russians did it. They hacked the election. They informed, and they never explain why, too. Mafeels, thank you again. They never explain why. And every single aspect of their nonsensical, irrational propaganda is proven false. Trump never worked with Russia. There was never any obstruction. It was a 2-year investigation specifically designed to go after political opponents, Trump being the political opponent being Trump. It didn't work. And this is after they claimed that Hillary was going to win. She did not win. I was saying in 2015 that she wasn't going to win. And people viewed that as clickbait, and I was 100% right. And now they're saying that even in the polls are saying Biden's above Trump in the polls. And it won't be Biden, it'll be Hillary. You think Hillary is going to Biden didn't even win in '08. He didn't even get 1 or 2% of Iowa. I don't even think he got 2% of Iowa. It was like 1% of Iowa. Let's see. 2020 election polls. 2020 election polls. They're starting it again. General election, Trump versus Biden. Biden up 6. A CNN poll. That's hilarious. Biden can't win Florida, not only because he's the mad sniffer, but also because he's not going to be able to raise the money. They need to outspend. Democrats have to have every single conceivable possible advantage, every single advantage, every possible advantage, everything to even get close to Trump. And they won't win. They won't win because they need Florida. And she lost the election outspending Trump 2-1. And I don't think I don't think she could get 2 billion, but he might get well over a billion, maybe $1 billion, 200 million, billion, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 billion. It won't be exactly 2-1. It was exactly 2-1 and she lost. So I just don't see it. If you go to 270 to win, I urge everyone go to 270 to win. You can look, and if you look at the 2016 actual, this is why they're not going to stay with Biden, and this is why Madam Cyberhack is going to run. And when she runs, let everyone know that I actually called that in 2017, and the day she announces, I will say, hey, look, Clinton 2020 is a reality. I wrote about this in 2017 in the Huffington Post, actually, and I've been trying to actually the publications that I work with, but nobody's interested in wanting to publish that Clinton's running again, but she is. Trump had 306 Electoral College votes to 232. Florida has 29. To give you some context, California has 55. New York has 29. Florida has 29. Now, Indiana has 11. Ohio has 18. Pennsylvania has 20. Michigan has 16. Now, look, this is what happens. Let's say she had won Florida. Okay, that gets within from 261 to 277, is about 15. All she would have to do is win Pennsylvania, and she's won the election. All she had to do is win Wisconsin, and she's won the election. She'll win Wisconsin in 2020. But ladies and gentlemen, it all gets to Florida. Whoever wins Florida is going to win the election. Now, if Democrats win Michigan, Ohio, or Pennsylvania, then they can win then Clinton could become president, because it ain't going to be Biden. Clinton didn't spend her entire life and make a pact with you-know-who down below simply to be a staffer for Biden's 2020 campaign. Botox Biden. No, sorry. So if you look right now, all she had to do, and all she has to do in 2020 is win Florida and actually, if she wins Wisconsin, she doesn't have to win Ohio, Pennsylvania. Clinton, listen to this, okay? Listen to this, and this is why Clinton's going to run. They're like, oh my God, I don't want her. It's like, yeah, she runs. The Clintons run and pretty much control everything with the Democratic Party. It's an extension of two people. Bubba Bill. and Madam Cyberhack. In 2016, in 2016, 306 Electoral College votes Republican, 232 Democrat. Now, let's just give Wisconsin to Democrats, because Wisconsin, I don't think Trump's going to win. So, $242 to $296. Oh, sorry, $242 to $267. Sorry, and then if you with Florida, if Florida flips, sorry. Now it would be 242 to 267 with 29 Electoral College votes. They don't even have to win Ohio, Pennsylvania. They could just win Florida, and Clinton has won the election. Brian, I believe, yeah, I've tried it. It's good. 9mm, yeah, it's good. Tried it several months back. Yeah, it's pretty good. But I mean, that's the thing. Botox Biden, first of all, there's not enough Botox on the planet to get him through the election. Because you're talking about, a squirt every, how many times? Let's see, how many times do you put Botox in your face? Like a while, at least once a day. I don't know, once every week. How long does Botox last? How long does Botox last? Oh, okay. Wow. The effects of Botox will last 3 to 6 months? Huh. Oh my God. As muscle action gradually returns, muscle action, it messes with your muscles. The lines and wrinkles begin to reappear and need to be treated again. The lines and wrinkles often appear less severe with time because the muscles are shrinking? What? Why would I want that? Why would I want that? I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message. Ow, that hurt. That's scary. Driving Ivan! Can't wait for the Clinton Foundation 2008 gross. That's right. It'll be as much as the super chat. Yes, Driving Ivan. Yes. Thank you, Driving Ivan. I don't know if it's kind of out that she's running again, then Carl, yes. Actually, I was this close to purchasing a Glock 20, a 10mm, a while back, but then I got my CZ97B. Thank you, Carl. Yeah, Springfield Armory is awesome. Their 1911s are awesome. Driving Ivan, thank you. Muffiels, thank you. So the left is like, there's nothing that went wrong. There was no criminal behavior. It's like, yeah, there was. There was criminal behavior. And a lot of things took place. And you're going to have 2016 is going to be a replay. 2020 is going to be a replay of 2016, but like on steroids. And we're going to need each other. Like, I will need you for emotional support. And hopefully I can provide some emotional support, because it's not, it's going to go, it's just going to be, it's going to be all over the place. It will be all over the place. Just absolutely all over the place. It's going to be parallel investigations not of Trump this time. There'll be like weak investigations in the House. We watch your taxes. Yeah, right. Have fun with that. Then they didn't. Okay, so a memo from the House Intelligence Committee in February alleged Steele was paid over $160,000 by the Democratic National Committee and Hillary Clinton's campaign through the law firm. Wow. 160 grand. Hope it was worth it, buddy. Plunging this country into a new Cold War. Thanks a lot. Really nice of you. Kilted Bear! If the public expects U.S. citizens to pass federal background checks and polygraphs before they work for the Fed, shouldn't we have the same standards for people running for federal office? That's true. The difference, though, is you and I, Kilted Bear, have never been investigated by anyone, much less the FBI. But it's okay if your name is Madam Cyberhack, Hot Rod, Rodham Clinton, you're okay. You can be investigated by the FBI and become president, even though you'll lose again to Trump. Kilted Bear, great point. My next purchase, by the way, everyone, for the site, will be a revolver. Very likely a 357. And that can shoot 38 specials that with the home defense rounds. So that's what I'm thinking. Either a Ruger or a Smith & Wesson. Omar Pena! The Don has much until he can't wait for 2020. He does. Buddy Romero. I am. Buddy, I am. Thank you very much. Buddy Romero, I am. She didn't purchase the Steele dossier just so Botox Biden can enter the race. And there's nothing that's going to stop the Clintons. The entire media, the Democratic Party, revolve around those two people. And that's just the way it is. Quinn Smith. Thank you, Quinn. Thank you. Buddy Romero, thank you. Quinn Smith, thank you. Kilted Bear, only if you're Clinton. For you and me and everyone else, if you have an FBI investigation, you couldn't get a job anywhere. Mafiels, thank you. It's just unbelievable that. Okay, think of it this way. President Trump, thank you, Quinn Smith, thank you. President Trump didn't enter the race until June. Bubba Bill didn't enter the race until October of 1991 for the 92 race. October. She has until October, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to wait and have a great time with Madam Cyberhack, my wife, until she runs. I just, Omar Pena, thank you for watching. Thank you. Have a great evening. Left here. But I just think that all of this, when she runs, eventually they're going to realize that everything that we've seen, people are going to realize that everything we've seen and heard and all the nonsense we've been through is all going to be confirmed when Clinton runs again. And she will. And all the people who pontificate and all the people who judge and condemn and pontificate, they're all going to They're all going to vote for Clinton. And this thing about like Mueller, like, oh, well, he was thinking of firing Mueller. He should have. He should have. And then he could have just declassified everything he needed to and said, look, you know what? You framed me, set me up. They're like, oh my God, he was thinking of firing Mueller. It's like, so that's not even obstruction. Thinking of something is not obstruction. He was thinking of this. I don't know when she'd run again, but I know that it'll be before October. Because Bubba Bill ran in October. Hold on one second. Let's see. Let's look at this. Okay, so Bill Clinton. I was still in high school. Clinton announces candidacy. Arkansas's Clinton enters the 92 race for president. Governor Bill Clinton of Arkansas entered the race for the Democratic presidential nomination Tuesday with an unstinting indictment of a decade of Republican domestic policies and a promise to restore the American dream for the forgotten middle class. 45-year-old governor offered himself as someone who could reinvent government, infuse it with the values that Americans hold dear, and use it to address the problems that plague this nation, from crime to economic decline. And also have a lot of fun in the Oval Office. Wink, wink. Wink, wink. So, Chad Davis. Joe and Hilldog have to run so that any progress made in the investigation of their corruption can be labeled by the fake news as election meddling. Exactly. That's another great point. Chad Davis, excellent point. Thank you. Thank you, Chad. I mean, what are they going to say? They're going to be like, oh, yeah, we committed all these crimes and we set up and framed Trump. And, oh, yeah, there's a actual investigation in the Ukraine. They can't do that. Mitchell Smith. Great point, Chad Davis. Thank you. Mitchell Smith. Another clue that Madam Cyberhack is running. We don't see Howard Schultz any longer. It's true. Wow. That's a great Mitchell Smith. That is a great observation. I didn't notice that. Let me type this guy's name in again. Wow. Maybe he just had too much of his own coffee. Howard Schultz. Howard Schultz has slowed down his pre-campaign press tour. Okay. Wow. Wow, 3.8 billion. Jeez. Wowzers. That's true. That's true. I never thought of it that way. Chad Davis, thank you. Mitchell Smith, thank you. Mafiels, thank you again. Ladies and gentlemen, what can I tell you? Other than this is going to be a really, really interesting. They're already going after Biden, and AOC even went after Biden. She's like, I don't like your climate change proposal. It's like, who cares what Democrats will fall in line, even if one of them gets cheated. They'll even blame Russia. Oh, like Bernie did. That's right. There's no middle ground when it comes to climate policy. Oh, geez, thanks, Bernie. What are you going to do? Not vote? Oh, that's right. Even if you're cheated, you'll still vote for Clinton. Give me a break. Alexandria Ocasio, this is a deal breaker. Really? You're not going to vote? You're going to become H.A. Goodman and vote for Jill Stein and then vote for Trump? Nah, I don't think so, AOC. Nice try, though. You and Bernie, they could pour radioactive sludge into, into a river, and you would still vote for the Democrat, Madam Cyberhack. Still. President Obama can actually drink water and say there's no lead in. Oh, that's right, he did that. And you would still vote Democrat. Freedom, thank you. They're like, "Oh, well, it's this is a deal breaker." Really? What are you going to do? Not vote? I want to know what you're going to do, AOC and Bernie. What's Bernie Sanders going to do? Tell people not to vote for Clinton when she runs? Of course he's going to say that. If we don't commit to full transforming our energy systems away from fossil fuels like President Obama did, right? When it was record expansion, domestic expansion of oil and gas. Yeah, right. Oil and gas production. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very, very much. You've all been wonderful. Have a great, great, great evening. I will be here tomorrow morning. Check the upload. It's going to be awesome. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much to my super chat, to everyone. Thank you. Mafiels, thank you. Everyone, thank you so very, very much. And have a wonderful evening, everybody. 2019 and 2020, they're both going to be awesome. They are. It's already amazing. Thank you.